Welcome back, fellow warriors. My name is Tori, and I'm the yoga instructor for Texas A&M Central Texas, and we're getting right back into the semester. And so last week was a little bit slow and focused on how you feel in the body, and now I want to step away from thinking a little bit too much and get back into our flow practice. So flow is when you're introduced to a couple of postures that kind of transition into each other, but then flow is when you've had experience with each posture and each transition, and then you start to do it quicker. So you try to challenge yourself to move more with the breath and less thinking about it as you're going. So the exceptions for this is if you start to feel uncomfortable, if you start to feel winded, if you start to feel like you're going too fast, please take a break. These practices are for you. And if I'm moving too quick or if I'm moving too slow, I want you to feel confident in your ability to listen to your own body and to move a little bit quicker and then take a break until I catch up to you, or move a little bit slower, or decide I don't want to do this flow right now. Let me just set aside and wait for the next thing that I feel comfortable with. Totally cool with me. That's all about you. So to get more into our flow style, we're going to piggyback off of the sun salutations. That's the easiest place to keep your mind preoccupied, not preoccupied, but keep your mind on your breath rather than having to sit there and think, what's happening next, what's happening next, what's happening next. Sun salutations are in every practice you do in some form or another. So we'll break down our first sun salutation. We'll try 3 with a few cues, and then from there, we're going to see how we feel about flowing without as many cues. So I'm not going to leave you hanging. Don't worry. Start in your mountain pose. So we're standing tall. I'm at the back of my mat. You're welcome to be at the back with me, or in the middle, wherever you're comfortable. But we're going to start with feet rooted down strong beneath us. Rock the body weight forward. Rock the body weight back. Maybe give yourself an opportunity to soften the knees a little bit so you don't feel like you're locking out, you're tense. Let it go a little. Stack the spine tall, shoulders over hips over heels. Roll the shoulders down and back so that the heart space feels wide open. Okay, so from here, let's inhale, sweep the hands wide and tall. Okay, let's exhale, reach forward and dive down with a long spine. Soften the knees to relax your back, forward fold. Inhale, climb up to our half lift, level with the floor. Exhale, fold. Okay, let's go ahead. Since we're at the back of our mat today, we're going to walk into a plank. Okay, so we find downward facing dog halfway. We're going to settle the feet in strong, and then we're going to drop the hips in line with heels and shoulders. And then we're going to push the hips up and back, down dog. Let's inhale, sweep your right leg high, and then exhale, take a few steps and bring that right foot forward and through towards your hands. So we've got a long lunge here, okay? If you want, you can shorten that lunge a little bit. If you like to balance on the ball of the foot and the toes, that's fine too. We're gonna rise up. Okay, get the spine tall and proud, okay? We're gonna sweep the hands to the sky, warrior 1, or high lunge, however you prefer to call it, depending on your back foot. Okay, and then exhale, fold. Right foot meets the left foot, hips to the sky, down dog. Really push your heart towards your knees. Okay, let's inhale, left leg high behind us. Exhale, step your way forward. Shorten the stance or leave it long, that's up to you. Okay, when we rise, if the back heel is lifted, then we're in a high lunge. And if we plant the back heel, we're in warrior 1, okay? So it's up to you how strong you feel with your balance, but we're gonna exhale, fold. Left foot meets the right foot, hips to the sky, down dog. Let's try one plank, level the heart, hips, and heels. Push the hips up and back, down dog, and we're gonna walk our hands back to our feet. All right. Forward fold, top of the head hangs heavy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, climb to standing with a straight spine as long as you can stand it. All right, roll the shoulders down and back. Shake it out. Okay, so that's going to be our sun salutation. I know it's different because we're adding a plank. Bear with me here. I'm going to give you cues 2 more times. All right, mountain. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Find plank. Okay. When we get to plank, we'll exhale up and back, down dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step through as many steps as you need. Decide where you want that back heel, and then rise. Tall spine, palms to the sky, warrior one or high lunge, up to you. Okay, exhale, fold. Right foot meets left, down dog. Okay, inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step forward. Decide with that back foot, and then rise. Palms to the sky. Awesome. Exhale, release. Left meets the right, downward facing dog. Push your heart towards your hips. Let's find one more plank. Level the body. All right, downward facing dog. Inhale, begin to climb to those feet. All right, inhale, half lift. Exhale. Inhale, climb all the way. Woo. Shake it out, get a little loosey-goosey, okay? This is the last time I'm going to give a whole bunch of cues, and then I'm going to taper off, okay? So, settle the body, tall and proud. When you're ready, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Walk forward through downward facing dog. Exhale to plank. Inhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg rises. Step forward. Okay. Rise when you're ready. Warrior one or high lunge. Exhale to release. Let's swing the feet back, hips to the sky. Inhale, left leg rises and step. Okay. Rise up when you're ready. Tall spine, reaching to the sky. Exhale, fold. Make your way to downward facing dog. Okay, let's find one more plank. Exhale when you get there. Inhale, find downward facing dog. And when you're ready, let's inhale, climb back towards our feet. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, climb, slow and steady. All right, shake it out. Let's try 3 more, and this is where the flow is going to come in. I'm going to try to not give as many directions. All right. When you're ready, inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, exhale. Okay. Exhale to plank. Inhale. And when you're ready, inhale right. Inhale. Exhale when you're ready. Awesome. Inhale left. Okay, inhale to rise. Exhale when you're ready. Okay. Find one more plank. Inhale, climb. Inhale. And last time, inhale, slow and easy. Okay, we feeling all right? Let's try 2 more. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half. Exhale. 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 Plank. Okay, inhale. Inhale, right. Inhale to rise. Woo. When you're ready, exhale. Find that down dog. Inhale, left. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Awesome. Let's do 1 more plank. Down dog. Inhale, climb. Okay. Inhale, half. Inhale, rise. Shake it out, loosey-goosey. All right, from that flow, I can't remember if I said 2 or 3, but I'm stopping at 2, so bear with me. Okay, let's go ahead and take a different approach. I'm going to turn to face the camera here, but I'm still going to keep my mountain. So I'm still settling the feet beneath my body, still leaving the knees a little bit soft. Got heels, hips, and shoulders in line. Build up the spine tall, roll those shoulders back. Okay. With our next exhale, let's sit back into a chair. So we're going to soften our knees. We're going to push our hips to the back of the room behind us. We're carrying the body weight back to our heels. Let me rotate. Back to our heels. Like we're searching for like a office chair or a desk chair right behind us, okay? So in fact, we're going to swing the arms back behind our hips. And now it kind of feels like we're skiing a little bit. Hang in there. Chair pose. Okay, when we take our next inhale, we're going to sweep the hands tall and extend the body like a straight line. And then we're going to exhale, squat into our chair. Hands back like a skier. Inhale, rise. Mountain. Exhale. Chair. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Rise up nice and tall. Reach. Exhale, squat and swing. Hold. Okay. With our next exhale, look to the ground, forward fold. Hang the top of the head heavy. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. Okay, let's make it a little more interesting here. Now, if you're still facing the short edge of your mat, I would encourage you now to face the long edge of your mat and take the feet outside of hip distance a little bit. So we're a little wider than the width of our hips here. We're going to leave the knees a little bit soft, and we're going to drop the crown of the head heavy, using our finger pads to press into the ground before us, and leaving the elbows soft. We're not trying to drop our forehead to the ground today. We're just trying to get a stretch in the back of our legs. Okay, let's climb up to a standing place with a straight spine. Best effort. All right, and if you feel like you want to challenge yourself and go wider stance with the feet, let me step back a little bit. That's fine. If you want to point the toes towards the long corners or towards the corners of the mat before you, more power to you, definitely do that. But let's keep in mind here, we're going to be flowing in and out of another squatting posture. So when we bend in the knees, make sure the knees are pointing the same direction as your big toes. So if you want the toes square to the front of the room, then you're going to bend the knees, pointing them to the front of the room. If you want your toes pointed to the corners, that's the direction you're pointing the knees. Get it? All right, so we're following toes and knees. You can play with it a little bit if you want and decide what works best for you. It's only going to be minor differences in the accessory muscles that we're working on here. So by all means, if you want to switch back and forth, that's okay too. All right, as long as the knees follow where your big toes are pointing. Okay, let's go ahead and stand nice and tall. Sweep the hands way out wide, 5-pointed star, reaching, reaching, reaching. When we exhale, we're gonna bend the knees, follow the big toes, and try to bring the hips down parallel to the ground. Woo! If we can line them up with our knees. Okay, we're gonna squeeze the elbows to the sides of our rib cage, kind of maybe like squeezing our shoulder blades behind the back a little bit. And then we're gonna inhale, extend. And let's exhale. All right. There's a lot of different names for this posture. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, squat. It could be horse pose. I've heard it called warrior pose. I know that the hand placements are a little bit different, and the alignment of the knees is a little bit different depending on which one you're taking. So you can call it what you like. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, squat. Maybe horse pose. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale, rise. Exhale, find your seat and hold. Bring hands to prayer at heart center. Okay, now we're going to play around with our breath using a bounce in the muscles a little bit. So when we exhale, we'll take a little dip, and when we inhale, we'll rise. Exhale and inhale. 2 more. And rise all the way, long legs beneath us. Take a forward fold on the exhale. Okay, and when we exhale, we're going to point those toes towards the room directly in front of us. So now toes, hips, and shoulders and finger pads are all pointing towards the front of the room as it stands here on the side of our mat. And we're just gently going to exhale, walk both hands over to our left side. Maybe we'll rest on top of the foot, in front of the foot, around the foot. Try not to press directly down on your toe knuckles or on your ankle itself. Exhale, walk across the mat to your right side. Same thing. Not the ankle, not the knuckles, but we'll exhale, walk across to the left. Exhale, walk across to the right. One more time on each side, left. To your right. Awesome. Come back to your neutral place. Let's go ahead and heel toe and walk those feet in a little bit closer to hip width, but not quite all the way again. Let's point the toes towards those corners of the mat, and we don't have to go super far apart, just kind of set the toes out at a little bit of an angle. Now, the heels are still outside of hip width here, but the toes are even further outside of hip width. Okay, so now we're going to exhale, bend into the knee and track the hips down towards the ground. Snap, crackling, and popping means you're alive. Have patience with yourself. And just like our chair earlier, I want you to imagine that you're trying to sit on maybe like a little cushion behind you. So you carry the body weight back to the heels, you push the weight of the hips towards the back of the mat, and let's see if we can bring the hips down to maybe knee height, maybe. Or maybe we can get below knee height towards our ankles. Ooh, this is a big stretch in the inner thigh. So we're trying our yoga squat or our froggy squat. Not everyone is going to be comfortable with flat feet to the ground here. Some people will want to lift the heels off of the mat. That is okay. Just be mindful of how your toes feel supporting your body there. Okay. I'm not going to keep us here super duper long. Let's just bring the hands together to prayer at heart center. Push the elbows into the knees so that we're trying to kind of widen that stretch a little bit. We're going to revisit this stretch in our butterfly later, so do not pressure yourself to push or force the stretch too much, okay? Just find what's doable, what's workable right now. 2 more breaths. Try to keep your chest lifted. If it helps, push your chin up towards the edge of the wall that meets the ceiling and plant the palms to the earth. Rock the body weight into the hands a little bit. Push the hips up to the sky. Strengthen those knees. Wiggle the toes. Bring the feet beneath your hips and rock the body weight forward and back for a moment. Okay, let's rise up slow and easy to standing. Oh, and we're not trying to get dizzy, so shake it out. Take your time. Catch your breath. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this next opportunity. We're going to step to the back of our mat. And this one's going to be a little more advanced of a stretch, but we're going to be patient with ourselves here, okay? So at the back of our mat, we're going to sweep the hands tall. Exhale, forward fold. Let's walk into our downward facing dog. So the hips are tall. We're pushing our heart back towards our knees. Now, for the sake of where the camera is here, let's sweep our left leg high and step the left foot forward and through. This is where we're going to pause for a moment. Let's bring that back foot close enough that we can comfortably drop the heel to the ground. Okay, and then we're going to plant the palms just outside on opposite sides of that hand. So my right hand is going to stay underneath my right shoulder, but my left hand is real close to my pinky side of that left foot. Okay, so we're going to bring that left hand inside of the left foot, not from the pinky side, but to the big toe side. We're going to keep this left shoulder and left knee as if they are like sutured together, as if they're glued together here. And we're going to inhale, sweep the right hand tall overhead for a strong twist. Opening up the heart space, big breath. Feel that right shoulder roll back as far as you can go, even if it's not this far. Just reach. Okay. Exhale, both hands come to the ground. Okay, let's set the left hand back to the outside of the left foot, the pinky side. Take the right foot far enough back that just the ball of the foot and the toes touch. And this is where our more advanced stretch is going to take place. Let's bring left hand inside of the left foot by the big toe edge. Set that left hand back by your heel. Okay. Then take that left hand and elbow underneath that left knee. Ooh, see? All right. And kind of twist around the back of your left ankle. I'm going to rotate on the mat so you can see what I'm talking about. Bear with me here. All right. From the outside of the foot to the inside of the foot to the back of the foot and around. All right. That's where we're going. Hang in there. If you need to come down to the back knee and untuck the back toe, go for it, okay? Give yourself a break if you need it, all right? Again, we're going to try and swing that right hand tall. Just hold for 2 breaths. And exhale to release. Bring the left hand inside of the foot. Drop the back knee. Swing the left foot back to meet the right foot. I know the hip feels crazy right now. Drop down for child's pose. Hips to the heels, heart to the knees. Stretch the arms out long. All right, give yourself a break. Now, we've tried creating a bind, which is where we were going with that left hand and that left shoulder. We tried starting the process of creating a bind for only 2 breaths earlier. Now I want to see if we can make it to 5 breaths. Bear with me, okay? When we inhale, we'll rise for downward facing dog. Hips to the sky, heart pushes back. With the next inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step forward and through. We've got our long lunge, okay? Left foot, left hand inside of left foot to the back of left foot and around the ankle. Option to drop the knee or leave it tall. Inhale, sweep the right shoulder tall over the left. Open your heart to the side, big breath. Maybe we can turn the palm to our left side of the room and bend at the elbow so the back of our palm meets our hip or our back. All right, inhale, reach tall. Exhale, unwind. Unwind hand from the leg, drop the back knee. Sweep the left knee back to meet the right knee and drop to child's pose. 5 big breaths in restfulness. And we're going to work on that shoulder bind in a more restful posture, but we're building our way there, you know? We're getting there. All right, now we've got to try everything on the opposite side. Let me go ahead and rotate because it was easier to see the process towards the camera. Okay, so on the right side, we'll start with 2 breaths, we'll rest, and then we're going to do 5 breaths, same as this side, okay? When we inhale, find downward facing dog. Awesome. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step forward and through. Find balance in the feet, okay? Right hand comes inside the right foot, back to the ankle, and then we'll cross around that ankle so that the arm and the knee are in a bind here, okay? Partial binding. Now we're going to open up to our left side, so rock the body weight onto that right side, right hand, left hand rises for just 2 breaths. And exhale to release, unwind, find child's pose. Okay, we're getting familiar with how the strength of the body has shifted from our left side now to our right side. We're going to tell ourselves that we're strong. As long as we have a strong breath, we can work on a strong body. Okay. Let's go ahead and rise into downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to try 5 breaths. This time, inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step through. Okay, settle the body weight into those feet. Right hand comes inside the foot, behind the foot, and around. Okay, knee and shoulder are starting to bind. Rock the body weight to your right side just a little and then sweep the left hand overhead. Maybe turn the left hand to our back side of the room and then bend at the elbow. Big breath in the body. 3 more. You can do this. All right, reach to the sky on the inhale. Exhale to release. Unwind. Drop the back knee. Sweep the right knee to meet the left. Fold down. And 5 strong breaths in our child's pose. All right, when you feel ready, let's come into a seated posture from here. So we'll move from our tabletop into a seated posture. And in fact, let's start with our butterfly pose here. So hips come to the mat, soles of the feet meet before us, knees create a diamond shape, all right? So in this butterfly posture, we're gonna really anchor the hips down strong beneath us. We're gonna stack the spine up tall and proud. Try to relax the arms and roll the shoulders down away from the ears, okay? And here's the hard part for the fold. We're just pushing the heart towards the room in front of us. That's it, we're just pushing the heart forward. We're not trying to round the spine, dump our body weight into our shoulders, and drop our forehead to our feet. That's not helping the muscles in our back. So instead, we'll start from the tall spine, and we're just gonna push the heart forward, that's all. No tricks, nothing fancy. Keep breathing. Maybe use the weight of your elbows to just rest on top of the knees for some extra stretch, for some extra support in the stretch or challenge. words. Okay, so from our butterfly, let's rise up nice and tall. Okay, now I want us to get familiar with that knee close to our heart, creating a twist. So we did this last week. It's one of my favorite twisty postures. So let's stand our right knee to the sky. Okay, and we're gonna feed the left ankle under the right. Okay, maybe we want that left ankle forward and parallel to the body. Maybe we want to tuck that left ankle up close to our right hip. Left and right, sorry. Right ankle is going to cross over the left knee. Okay, so we're naturally going to rotate already with that hip. Bear with me here. Both hips are still going to root into the ground, so find space, find stability, rooting those hips in. Right knee is lifted in front of the chest, so we're going to crisscross the body here. Take the left hand, hug that knee close to your left shoulder, and then sweep the right hand around for our twist. And the hard part here, on top of all the other hard parts, is keeping the spine straight. So we're lifting the spine tall, and then we're rolling that right shoulder back. And I always love to say in these twists, where the eyes go, the head will follow. Where the head goes, the shoulders will follow. So let the eyes lead that twist. Getting comfortable with our knee being really close to our chest space, pushing into our belly space, making the breath that much harder to fight for. Okay? Unwind, slow and easy. Set the right ankle on the right side of the body. Kick the left leg way out long. Kick the right leg way out. Wobble the knees, roll the ankles, point the toe, flex the heel. You know, give it a couple moments. Find butterfly. Okay, left knee stands to the sky. Right ankle, we will tuck under, maybe close, maybe not. Left foot will cross over the right knee. That hip is going to come forward. Go with it, okay? But root both hips in when you get to a stable place. Strong hips in the ground. Build up the spine tall. All right, we're hugging the left knee in with our right arm. So we're going to hook that knee with our elbow if we can, or with our hand, still pulling in towards the heart, not yanking. And then we're going to swing the left hand around, meet the mat where you are. Keep the spine straight, and then roll that left shoulder back. And let the eyes guide the twist. Great breath in the body. And finally, let's unwind to neutral. Let's extend both legs out long. However we choose to get there, we'll wobble the knees, roll the ankles. All right, now we're going to practice a little bit deeper in that bind. Put a bend in both knees. Okay, both knees are before us, but I want you to set those heels wider than hip distance. Anchor the hips in again. Okay, so when we are in that balancing bind, we've got our left hand inside of our, let me scoot back a little bit. Got our left hand inside of our left foot. We push it back to the ankle, and then we cross around so that we're getting an interesting sensation in our elbow, in our knee. And when we're balancing, we're feeling it everywhere, okay? So what I want to practice here is sweep the right hand tall overhead. I'm at the wall here. Let me rotate. Hips out, heels outside of hip distance. We're going to start to anchor left hand, left forearm and left shin bone. Swing the right hand tall. And then I want you to exhale, bend at the elbow, and try to bring it back to that left hip. Okay. And release. Inhale, sweep wide and tall. Exhale, bend, hold that posture. 2 breaths. Remember the eyes and the shoulders working together. And release. Okay, let's swap over to the right side. Let's unwind that left arm, left leg. Right hand inside of the right foot. Let me rotate. Right hand inside of the right foot, behind, and that's where we're going to anchor. Elbow to the inside of that calf muscle, strong muscle. Okay, inhale, left arm rises, and we'll bend and just hold space across the chest here. And release and unwind, okay? Inhale, sweep wide and tall, fold at the elbow, aim for the hip or low back, and let the eyes and shoulders focus on that twist, and unwind. All right, now this is kind of working towards a totally different posture, which we call turtle, which is the focus of a split. I can't do a split, and I'm not going to pretend that I can, but in your turtle split, you would have those heels way out, elbows anchored towards those calf muscles again, and you'd be, man, some people can get all the way down. I am not one of those people, so I'm not going to pressure you to be. But let's rise back up to a tall spine, bring those soles of the feet together, butterfly, okay? And this is where we're going to take our restfulness for today. And I know it seems like time flew by this time, but in our restfulness, we'll start in butterfly. I'm going to scoot up against a wall and let that be my support so that I can release tension in my hips, in my low back space, in my belly space, and then I can just roll my shoulders back. You are more than welcome to find a nice sturdy surface to lean against, be that furniture or a wall, a door. And since we're moving into final relaxation, let's go ahead and decide if seated works for us today. Or if we feel like maybe we need reclined, if we need to lie down on the mat, go for it. No judgment, no expectation, no desire to change anything here. Now, as we are beginning to slow ourselves down, we're going to count our breath to help the body process that slower, easier sensation, okay? So when we inhale, we're going to inhale to the count of 5. We're going to pause for 1, and then we're going to exhale to the count of 6. Okay, and so let's try that together. Soften the eyes, relax the face. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep going with that breath. Drift the gaze down or close the eyes completely if you're comfortable doing so. From that butterfly position, begin to either extend the legs out or find a crisscross happy pose instead to take tension further off of the hips and the thigh muscles. Keep breathing, long and slow exhale, controlled inhale. I want to revisit the mantra that I shared in final relaxation last week, but with new words this time. So a mantra is a repeated word or phrase that brings you peace. So this week, Let's repeat to ourselves with every breath, what I am is enough. What I have is enough. What I do is enough. And what I have accomplished is enough. You can repeat in any order or replace any words that you like. What I am is enough. What I do is enough. What I have is enough. And what I have accomplished is enough. Let's take 3 more slow and steady breaths without counting now, just breathing. Slow and steady, without judgment, without any more expectation. All right. Let's start to blink open the eyes, slow and easy. Maybe make a good morning stretch or give yourself a big bear hug. And finally, with a little more movement and a little more comfort as we wake up little by little, it is at this time at the end of our practice that I'd like to thank you for choosing to share your practice with me here. And again, it is the light within me that honors and bows to the light within you.